On February 12th, 2025, you will be awarded by Cysec Global at the She Leads Honorary Awards, designed to acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishment of remarkable women leaders in the Middle East. Cysec Global honors the contributions of tech-savvy women who have made a significant impact in their fields, inspiring the next generation and driving innovations. Let's all welcome Mercedes Vazquez, General Manager at ASK Holding. It's really a pleasure to have you, and it's really an honor to have you and see you back in Good Morning Kuwait, Mercedes.
It's my absolute honor. Good morning, Farid, and good morning, Kuwait. Very excited to be back to this amazing program.
It's really a pleasure. And first of all, I have to clarify, Mercedes, she's from Spain and she loves Real Madrid. You support Real Madrid, correct?
I support everyone, yeah. But yes, I do have some preferences.
That's a smart answer. You know, always smart women, they, have a smart answer. So, Mercedes, let's talk about, the recognition. Receiving this recognition, what does it mean to you?
Thank you, Farid. Well, this recognition was sort of, frankly speaking, unexpected, like to receive the award by Cysec Global, which has been recognizing different women leaders who have been striving to make their mark in cybersecurity across the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So the journey has not been easy, of course. I have been in Kuwait for the past 9 years now. Mm-hmm. I came here in January.
9 years, wow.
Yeah, since January 2016, mm-hmm. The journey has been multidisciplinary. I have felt plenty of different roles, from technical to more less technical to more commercial. The journey, of course, has been very fulfilling. I'm very grateful to Kuwait. I always say that, and I have had great experiences built here.
You have a lot of friends, definitely.
Yes, of course. So to me, this award, it's a great recognition. It's an honor, but it's also serves as an example, and it remembers me to strive to do more, to have the commitment to keep on delivering. And it's not only something that I take personal as an individual, but I think it can represent the collective efforts, and it can hopefully serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration to other women who wants to make their mark in the technology and cybersecurity fields, because it is possible, it can be achieved, and you just have to strive to make your mark and to work really, really hard to make it happen.
Indeed, and definitely you made your fingerprint, definitely, and those specialties. But let's a little bit go to software and some cyber. How can organizations enable cyber resilience, Mercedes?
Well, I think understanding the complexity in cyber space in today's digital physical world, which, as we know, are merging into one, and understanding the broader elements that enable cyber resilience is essential in order to build our puzzle to have cyber resilience in organizations. So that means having, first of all, the infrastructure, ensuring that the data is there, the human component is there. And when we say human component, I mean there can be two elements, right? One which can be preventing human engineering techniques, so that means proactive rather than reactive, and the other element means education, of course, investing in human capital to allow for that flourishing of cyber resilience. Another critical part, I would say, is understanding what are the technologies that can enable cyber resilience and that can be used as a double-edged sword, right? Like, for example, AI in terms of advancing cybersecurity from one end, but also at the same time sort of prompting those cyber incidents to happen, right? So I think when we look at the technology, it's very important that we have a more holistic approach and we involve all the elements, functions, and persons that can somehow enable that resiliency.
And definitely, before we move on, bringing hackers, and testing your systems would be one of the elements?
Yes, of course, that can be one of the ways.
So it's not shame to say, I offered some hackers, to penetrate my system.
There is a process, of course. And
so there is a legal process.
Yes, it's not as a hacker per se, I would say.
You can't say hacker, but let's say somebody who has a great experience in cybersecurity.
So let's say there can be blue teams, red teams, if you build like your own hackathon, let's say, and with your own people, well-trained,
not
responsible, fundamental, ensuring that everything is there, penetrating sort of your own vulnerabilities. I think it's one of the best ways to know inside out.
Test your system.
Yes, and to test your own capabilities, right? Because we have to know that at the end of the day, it's not what happens, but how you react to it that matters. So I would say 90% of it is the reaction and what comes after, rather than what happened on its own. So again, as I said, it's very important to be proactive rather than reactive.
Indeed, that's very smart, and definitely nowadays, everybody studying cybersecurity, and it's trending, and we have a lot of students going abroad to study cybersecurity in the States or Europe. So let's address AI as a catalyst of prosperity. Definitely AI played major role in our lives today. Mercedes, how AI play in cybersecurity?
Yes, and I love that you have mentioned that it can be a catalyst of prosperity, right? Because that gives beacons of hope.
Exactly, absolutely.
And it can be in this new age of human flourishing, having AI to unleash human potential rather than the other way around, and to unleash economic opportunity. We have to understand that when we have AI and when we enable AI, first of all, that can allow a certain leverage or competitiveness in terms of economic opportunity. And then if we look at the macro element, like we talk a lot about the divide that can be forged in terms of AI readiness level assessments at national levels, right? So if we look at the Global South, North
Like for example today, China and US, so.
Yeah, there is different races, but I think when we look at an internal assessment, right, it's important to know where does one stand in terms of AI, in terms of AI skills, AI infrastructure, AI readiness, AI adaptability, and also AI as an implementation, right, which is even more important.
About application, each application has its own job or task.
Exactly, and there is also, it's also always based on a use case, and in my opinion that use case should come from a business imperative, right, to ensure that it serves a purpose, and that purpose has a element for good, right, because we have to unleash the potential of AI for good, and that evolves into the governance aspect that we may talk about later. But what I mean is, when we harness AI, there is an economic competitiveness that is leveraged, and to avoid that divide that we used to face, for example, in terms of internet access many years ago. I think this is going to be like the next big thing to consider.
That's amazing. Definitely everybody also nowadays trying to use AI even for minimal tasks, but you are correct, AI as a catalyst of prosperity. It's really amazing. How can we leverage inclusive growth through intelligent economies?
Wow, yes. So leveraging inclusive growth through intelligent economies means, of course, as we have been addressing, AI as a prosperity and as a catalyst, right, of prosperity and unleashing human potential. I think leveraging intelligent economies revolves around very much also that component. AI, exactly. So as I was saying, the attractiveness of an ecosystem can be defined by how mature an AI ecosystem is. So that means, of course, having entrepreneurs, but also having the VC, venture capital ecosystem that can support the funding for those entrepreneurs, because innovation at the end of the day only happens through partnerships.
And that leads us to, responsible AI deployments. So to unleash all that, responsible AI will be very important. How can we ensure responsible AI deployment? I mean, definitely, a lot of people can misuse AI, but I mean, despite all these, let's say, battles around us taking place, there is a lot of software competitiveness and between countries, not only enterprises. So how we ensure a responsible AI deployment?
That will be the most critical point, I think, in my humble perspective or point of view, and that requires of AI governance. In my humble opinion, I don't think AI governance threatens somehow the level of innovation, right, that can be unleashed.
Absolutely.
But it's important that different frameworks or guidelines, which are different, are enabled at an organization, national, international level. And then we have seen like different frameworks evolve, like the European Union with the AI Act. The United States also has a framework for the private sector in terms of AI. The OECD as an organization has also a very good and interesting framework in terms of AI. And that all evolves based on the elements that we have been discussing, which is readiness of infrastructure, quality of data, human component, and the economic element that ensures that AI is harnessed in a responsible way for the good.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go on, but unfortunately we are out of time. Mercedes, what's the innovation role in building applications for Kuwait to become an event hub?
Absolutely. Well, I think we have seen great applications in Kuwait, like Hayakom app.
Yeah, Hayakum, yeah, beautiful.
For
and now Hala, I guess?
Yes, for the tournament.
Yeah.
So that also has the technology component that we have been discussing. It's integrated, it's holistic, because it was like a one-stop shop to access everything. And it's aligning with the country's vision, the great vision of the state of Kuwait, Vision 2035. And that speaks a lot about the hospitality of Kuwait and the vision and the way forward.
Finally, what are some of the key technologies in 2025?
Well, plenty. How long do we have? But of course, AI.
Just a couple if you can.
Of course, AI will continue to be the year of AI cybersecurity, and my personal bet is on geospace technology. To be used for more strategic missions, but also for the good of, let's say, climate.
Mercedes Vazquez, General Manager at ASK Holding. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for having me. It's always such a great honor to be here at the Ministry of Information.
Absolutely.
And good morning, Kuwait.
The honor is mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, their product in Kuwait is the first original Kuwaiti skincare concept to combine European green beauty and botanical science with the hammam rituals of the Middle East, producing 100% natural soap and body care products. This small Kuwaiti company actually own their own lavender farm in Ireland, where they grow their lavender as organically as possible, harvesting it every July. Then they bring all the harvest to Kuwait, where they make their products in their own production facility here in Kuwait. So let's take a look at this report.